Hey everybody, welcome to Obscurities in Miniatures. Today I've got a nice little preview of things for me here from Crippled God Foundry, who were cool enough to supply me with some of their new goodies from their Kickstarter Shattered Hell, which is currently going on Kickstarter now, and we'll put a link down below for you guys to check it out. So, I know that they were offering STL files, but more interestingly, and I know not everybody has access to a printer, they were also offering up plenty of resin models as well. So I thought, you know what, let's take a look. Because to me, that is the true judge of quality, is how nice do the model makers cast their own pieces. So the first piece we're going to look at here is what looks to be an Ice Devil, if I'm going by the D&D names, which sounds right, doesn't it? Nice textured base there. Good size model, looks about 40 millimeter. A little bit of residue left on it, gonna have to clean that off. And a cool guy motorcycle rider, busy driving by and making as much noise as possible. My dogs are barking at it. Thank you, dogs. Okay. So one thing I always like to do is make sure that the pieces are actually going to fit, which obviously they do. Nice detail on the face there. I don't know why Ice Devils were always done up as insects. Not that I mind. Nice long limbs for him. Looks good. We'll get him put together in just a sec here. We'll take a look at some of these other models. Alright. What looks to be a druid type guy. Actually, the cast is really nice. I'm hoping that there wasn't a little bit of horn there, but I don't see anything else in the bag that snapped off, so hopefully that's how it's supposed to be. But look at that. I mean, it's nicely etched. Details are quite clear, and I bet even after a blobby spray job of primer from me, you'll still be able to see that stuff. Is that the right hand? It seems to be. What's he got going on over here? Flames or something? Or a bird? It's a bird. The bird is a word. Not sure if it's supposed to be a human, or I'm almost thinking since he's barefoot, maybe a furbolg. I put some furbolgs together the other day. I'll have to show those off in the future. What do we got in here? Something small. Textured base. You are probably a gnome. I'm guessing you're a gnome. You're wearing shoes. No upstanding halfling would ever bother wearing shoes, right? I'm assuming a mage. The goggles make me think steampunk. The clothing makes me think steampunk. The backpack makes me think very modern adventurer, but the staff says old school. And again, on the other hand, you know, it's not like your weapon is going to tie you into whatever kind of magic you want to use. Chronomancer, maybe? I don't even know what my classes are, but something like that would be nice for Frostgrave, or if you do the tabletop stuff. And then what have we got in here? I'm going to guess some sort of elf. I like the armor. I don't know if he has a shirt. If it's an elf, why would he ever want to wear a shirt, though, right? Yeah. You fancy pants elf, you. I don't need to wear clothing. Mm-hmm. Got the bow, knife, dagger. Make a good ranger, I guess. I was wondering if he's going to have any optional bits, but no, he's got the spear and the bow there. So I gotta say, overall, really nice. Nice casting quality. Really clean. I mean, if you guys don't notice, there's really no flash anywhere. I mean, this is just like, you know, glue it and then you're done. And, you know, that's pretty nice. I mean, the only flash is like the junk that was in the bag there stuck to my finger now. So overall, I gotta say, I'm pretty pleased with the quality of these. It definitely makes me feel better about backing their campaign myself. Give me a sec. I'm going to get these guys all put together, and we'll take a look at how they turn out. All right, we got our Crippled God Foundry guys all put together. We'll take a look at our Elven Shirtless Ranger friend first. I gotta say, I'm not usually a fan of elvish-looking barbarian types, but it works. It really does work for me. I'm thinking I'm going to paint him up in, like, Circle Orbos, kind of green and gold. Not sure about the butt cheeks, but having gotten so proficient at painting posteriors from Kingdom Death, I guess it's not that big a deal. I gotta say, actually, I really dig this guy. I don't know why. I really don't know why. Something about him, and this is so not my usual type of model, but it really works for me, and especially with the cutesy little bird in his hand, too. That just adds to the charm. Base here. We will get some other models on the table just to show you guys, and then our little gnomish friend, halfling, gnome, little person, whatever you want to call this character. It works. Get them all on display, and we can't forget our little ice devil friend here. I like this guy. So, I mean, overall, quality of the resin, I'm really pleased with. I was pleased enough to say, you know what, maybe I ought to check out. They did offer up some STL files as well. So if you are checking out their Kickstarter, they do have those available. I tried printing some out, just to give you guys a look. Now, this is without any kind of, spray job, priming, and I'm sure that'll help bring out the details, but it is pretty apparent already. Obviously, if it was cast resin, it would look much nicer. I'm going to actually end up bringing some of these models back in the near future because I actually saved back a stash. I figured I would try out the regular human-sized models first before moving on to the fun and fabulous big giant monsters, because that's what I really like. But to me, I think you got to give a company a good look-see at what kind of regular type stuff they're offering before you really take a look at the big crazy stuff. So as I was saying, some comparisons are in order. Some North Star plastics. Obviously, these are going to be a little bit shorter. This looks to be skewing towards the larger end of the spectrum, the more 28 millimeter stuff, 30 millimeter. Let's see, grabbing some GW humans to give you a good indication. A more traditional versus more modern one. And again, to me, these are kind of skewing into the larger range. I don't know if I have an actual human. I don't think this guy is human. Something about him says like Outer Plains type person. And obviously our Warforged friend here is going to be significantly larger. Probably big enough you can put him on a larger base if that is your prerogative. Let's see, grabbing some other random models we've got. The Conquest Human. Let's move these guys out of the way so we can get a better look here. Sorry, my gnomish friend. I think that's a gnome. It makes sense to be a gnome because it's wearing shoes and it doesn't have hairy feet and there's not a giant swarthy beard. We'll use our elf as the litmus test here. Genasi, is that the word? Genasi? Is that what I'm thinking of? So honestly, I mean, I don't think it looks too out of place with the Conquest guy, to be honest. We got a Gothic Barbarian in here. What else we got? A Privateer Press guy. So yeah, I definitely think these are going to scale more towards the larger end. If you're going to go the STL route, obviously you can tweak those to your desire. But I think just be aware that if you are looking to scale these with some of the more smaller range stuff, let's see if I can grab some Reaper or WizKid stuff. That might be a better indicator for some people out there. You know what, oddly enough, I can't seem to find any Reaper humans. Obviously we should use some humans to get a good size indicator. Let's get those all out of the way. Scoot you guys over there. I do have some WizKid humans though. And look at that, bam, perfect, perfect scale. So I think if you wanted to go that route, they would fit right in perfectly. Orc obviously a little bit larger, half orc, whatever you want to call them. So I gotta say, overall, I really dig the quality. Yeah, some of the model choices are a bit tropey, and I almost want to say generic, but sometimes you need that genericness. And to me, I'd absolutely rather support small companies that are going to put out nice looking models rather than, you know, big conglomerates that are going to churn out pieces of plastic. I will take hand-casted, handcrafted things any day of the week. And lucky for you guys, as I said, I got a big pile of monsters, big monsters, waiting to go. So I will have these up for you guys to check out next week. So do tune back in. And while you're at it, if you haven't, take a look at Crippled God Foundry's Kickstarter while it's still going and you have a chance if you are interested in any of these models. With that said, this has been High Lord Tamberline with Obscurities and Miniatures saying thanks for watching and checking out my cheeks. We'll see you back here soon. Bye-bye.